Hello guys, welcome to Sim UK and of course welcome to Cities Skylines. Now when I put this game in the list, I really didn't think this was going to be the one that came up top. I am a complete noob, just to warn you in advance. And when I say a complete noob, I do mean a complete and utter noob. I have, let me just turn this down a tiny bit. Music and radio volume. There we go. Okay. So here we are, Cities Skylines. I've spent the last couple of days watching tutorials, reading the manual, learning what all the buttons do. I don't know what all the buttons do. I know what some of the buttons do. I've already made this video once and well, I didn't think it went well enough. It took about an hour to get to the first stage and I did have to take the emergency bailout. So yeah, that just gives you some indication of my skill set. Now, I want to show you why that happened though. Because I was doing a test. And I built something that I thought was absolutely spectacular. And I was worried I'd never be able to recreate it. I'd never be able to do anything as good as that ever again in my life. That's how it felt. So I just went for it. But what I'd actually done was spend all of my money on the, I don't know, the welcoming mat, let's call it, into my city, and I only left myself 24,000 to build everything else, which wasn't enough. So I'll show you what it was I built, and then we'll start again from scratch, because although I turned it around and got everything working, it was a hell of a mission. I mean, it really was a mission. So this was the intro, the welcoming mat, if you will, that I built. And I've never built anything quite so elaborate or quite so splendid in this game. I really am a noob. And I think this just looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I look at it now and I'm still wowed and amazed. This is going the wrong way. This should be... So let me tell you what I built. So over this side we had the residents, and over this side we had industry, jobs, and so on and so forth. This middle section here was intended to become like a super duper, over the top, totally exorbitant shopping arena with parks and all sorts of good stuff. I didn't really get that far, but the intention was that all traffic channeled in would either be going over here. In fact, how would they get there? Yeah, I mean, it's not very well thought out. So people who wanted to go... Oh, yes, they could, yes. People who wanted to go to their houses would come up here onto this road, over the bridge. I think it's called Graham Bridge. There it is. And that just worked splendidly. So the small amount of people who lived over here would have this nice route coming in, and all the business traffic, all the lorries and everything would come down this 6-way super highway and be channeled down into the industry area. Now the same thing worked for those people in the mornings when they were going to work. They wouldn't have, because I hate traffic on the way to work. If there's anything that ruins my day, it's traffic, and you don't want that first thing in the morning. So this 6-lane highway would have made sure that all the morning traffic was smooth and problem-free. And then there was this over-ramp, Graham Bridge. As I say, some of these arrows are pointing the wrong way, but it's supposed to be a one-way bridge over here. And again, that would separate the business... I think I needed to change this as well so that they could go down here. But that would have separated the people going home from work and the trucks and stuff leaving to go here. So yeah, this one here needed to be a 2-lane one of these, so that trucks could come out and go this way, and then all the people going home would just sneak down here and over the top, missing all that awful traffic. And I've got to say, it actually worked really well, but you can see I've got 27,000 left. I might be able to do it with that. I was thinking about this earlier actually. I was going to start again and build this whole thing again, but in reality I think I might be able to get away with it as it is. Should we have a little go? We'll call this, if this doesn't work out, we'll call it the test run. That was the wrong one. So that's just wasted a whole load more money. There we go, that's what we were after. So the trucks will be coming down here and just going straight out the city, basically. I could probably get rid of this one completely, so that there's no stopping, they just go straight down. And then the people coming out of the city can just take this route here. I think it's going to work. I think it's okay. Let's begin by... No, which one is it? This one? Yeah, this one. Let's just begin by changing the arrows on here so that they're all facing the correct way. Okay, I think that's got it. The traffic coming up. They've got multiple routes in, they really do. One thing I find though is that if everyone's heading over there and there are two routes in, they tend not to take... I mean, if this one gets chocker, they tend not to take this other route, which is a bit frustrating, I think. But there you go. We'll see how it works out. Okay, 6-lane highway going that way. That's for people getting off and out. That's for trucks getting out. And I'm also thinking a second route across here might be a good idea, but obviously we need some money for that. So I'm going to focus on getting some electricity in the house. So this is going to give us the best. Why isn't that telling me? Oh my god, that audio. What is that? Piano extra. Okay, that sounds good to me. Right. Better than that eerie horribleness that we were just listening to anyway. So this series is going to be a lot of me doing some learning. So if you guys have any advice, suggestions, please do let me know. That's too loud. That is too loud. It doesn't seem to be making any difference to the radio, I don't think. Okay, whatever. So I need to very much get some electricity over here for our residents. So let's begin by putting some two-way lanes down. Now obviously the more of these intersections you have, the more traffic is going to be stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. So I desperately want to avoid that if I can. Is that going to fit there? Yes it is. Perfect. Now I've seen some people do 5 wide, and that looks wonderful. It really does look fantastic. But for the same price, or well, for the cost of an extra 5 yards of 5 meters of road, you get double the width of housing, and I think at the moment at least that's more important, because we are desperately in need of funds, let's say. 2-lane, the central reservation, there we go. So this is going to be our first bit of housing. Now it's important to me that this looks good as well as works well. I don't just want to progress through the game, I actually want to build something that's nice. But I don't have the skills or the knowledge or the understanding yet to be able to do that. So I'm going to get to a position where we've got some money coming in, or hopefully work towards a position where we've got some money coming in. And then at that point, when we're sort of financially stable, that's when I'm going to start experimenting and trying out new things. So for now, it's about making it work. So, so let's try and make it work. Okay, now these big wind turbines are not the most reliable things in the world. Same could be said for these little water tanks. They're okay short term just to get the ball rolling, but long term we need to think of something else. Trying not to waste money. The least amount of money I spend at the beginning, certainly at the beginning, the better. Okay, so we're going to try and work that off. I'm hoping this will be close enough to buildings here to have electricity generated. So we'll start by just that actually makes more sense, doesn't it? That actually makes more sense, because that's that finished then. Okay, let's start with that. Let's get some residents in the house. Might put some shops down here, I don't know. Let's begin by getting some residents in the house. Let's start things off really slowly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slowly, slowly. I'm not too keen on this thing, but it's supposed it's important. Hello. Hello, this is Chirper. Keep an eye on what your citizens are talking about and what is happening around the world. You found me. A local power plant. Oh my god. A local power plant is online. Maybe I'll get my TV working again. Reality shows. I can already see some more birds and plants in the city thanks to the use of green energy. Fresh water will finally be running in the city. Welcome modern commodities, rather. Fresh water. Mayor rocks. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so bit of progress. Let's keep these houses growing. Obviously, we want them to stay connected because we've only got a small amount of electricity to get to everyone. And I am going to have to put some sewage works in at some point, but with only 9,800 and whatever left, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not going to be able to do this, am I? Because I need to... Oh, there's a ferry there. I need to be able to put... yeah, see, they're all complaining about sewage immediately. I need to be able to put a second thingy in, don't I? What are they called? A water pumping station. Oh dear. This is what I did last time. I'm making the same mistakes again. Let's just try and expand and get some money coming in, because at the moment we're negative 1,000 a week, which is not good. We're getting some interest down here. Now if I put anything over there, they're not going to have electricity, so we're going to have to start industry here. I can move all this later on, but right now it's a case of just trying to get the finances back online. Now are these guys going to have electricity? Because they're not directly connected. I'm hoping they do. Sewage is definitely a problem right now, isn't it? Do you know, despite... Relaxation station, that's what we need. Relaxation station. Relaxation station. Hello and welcome to Relaxation Station. Sit back, relax and chillax. Okay, green energy, what an excellent choice. Thank you so much. Android and gynoid robot models released for consumer use. Now you can buy a friend or a partner. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Dodgy, dodgy, dodgy. One day that'll be a reality, I'm sure of it. But you know, everybody needs companionship, and companionship doesn't always look the same. See, look. So now we need less housing, more industry or offices. I've got some down, but nobody's building anything. I don't want to put it too near the houses. Let's ditch that. I don't like that little bit of extra sticky outness there. Look, there are shops. You only have to build on them. Yes, good. Good. Good, good, good. So, our city looks terrible. Oh god, they haven't got any water over there, have they? And I've got no money. Oh, I didn't think that through. See, these are the mistakes of a noob. They really are. I did warn you in advance, guys. So don't get narky with me, because I don't know what I'm doing. I did warn you. I did tell you. I'm a complete noob. Right, we've got our first shop going up here. Got some cars coming in. I believe I'm shadow banned from Chirper. Does anyone see this chirp? Okay, there's a lot of inane rubbish that comes through that thing, isn't there? Okay, so we're losing a bit less money now, but there's a lot of people without water. Everybody's without sewage. I think I'm going to have to scrap this wonderfulness and just start again and not waste so much money on the build as I have this time. Okay, new game. I'm just going to go with the default map because it's the only one I really know. Not that that helps me in the slightest. Right, here we go then. A proper attempt. This is the third time I've tried to make this first video. Oh, this is going to be difficult. This is going to be difficult. Right, pause. Let's start by building some roads and zoning the areas next to them. Buildings will spawn on the zoned areas and you will unlock new city services and buildings as your city grows. For help, click on the question mark button. It will provide you with information regarding the menu or view that you have opened. Okay. Build roads to expand your city. Select a road type and draw a road by selecting a start and end point for the road with the primary mouse button. Stop drawing a road by clicking the secondary mouse button. Okay. Now, I've never understood why you have to have this silly little road before you can unlock this road and these roads, because I mean, quite honestly, you need these, don't you? Right. Now, see, immediately they don't fit together properly, do they? Which is a real irritation when you're trying to make it look nice. So we've got 6-lane highway coming in, a 6-lane highway going out. So I'm thinking 2 straight ahead, 2 off each direction, something like that. Okay, let's... This is all completely off the cuff. When a road building tool is selected, the small circle shows you the width of the road you are placing, and if the road type creates zoning grids. The larger circle around the small circle shows the width of the grid the road will create. When connecting to an existing road, you can see the angle at which the road connects to the existing road. Okay, fine. So, I think we're going to have to extend this out. Probably that much. Now, whatever happens, 3 lanes into 6 means less traffic. It just does. There's no two ways about that. Residents on the right. Residents to the right of me. Industry to the left. Here I am. Stuck in the middle with you. Okay. There'll be none of that. Thank you very much. Let's get chilled out. Relaxation station. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Nice. I like it. Yeah. Shut up. Right. Let's get on and actually think about what we're doing here. So I want to peel 2 lanes off to the left. This will be going... The sooner I get these guys peeled off, the better, in my humble opinion. 45 degrees, that looks good. Cool. So this will be for the residents. This will be for the trucks and stuff going to the industry areas. So we got 2, 4, 6 lanes there. 6 lane. That's a 6 lane. That's not that helpful actually. Thinking I don't need this to be a 6 lane after this point. Let's try and drop that down to a 2. Yeah, I think that works. So we've basically filtered, so we've got 3 lanes of traffic coming in. We split them into 6 lanes, which means hardly any traffic, I would say. And we'll sort out the traffic situation here at the same time. And then we got 2 lanes left, 2 lanes straight on, 2 lanes right. Now if I can just bring these up to sort of meet each other. Like that. That should be good. Lovely. So it's a totally different design than what I started with originally, but that's okay. Oh, why is it building backwards? Okay, well anyway, 1, 2, 3. So this will be the main highway area. This will be getting rid of the traffic. I think that looks okay. Completely have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. So everyone's going to get filtered out that way. I am going to have to find a way to let the residents get out of the city without having to go all the way into the industry area, but we can figure that out later. Probably bring them in round about here. Get a ramp coming over the top or something along those lines. You can build elevated roads by using the page up and page down buttons. Yeah, okay, I've got it. Right, now, sewage is clearly a big thing, isn't it? So if I prioritise some sewage, because without that, everything just falls apart. So 8 megawatts or milliwatts or whatever the hell it's called. That should power that. Bring that in there. We know that will be working, and then over here we've got like a sunken ship, and I think that would be a lovely area for divers and similar type people to come and enjoy. But I just want to sneak a bit of this rock out the way, like so. Pop that there. So whatever happens this time round, we will have pipework. 2,960. Wow, that's expensive. Can I find it any cheaper? 2,940 there. Right, that is done. They've got electricity. There is power coming in. That is that. Now, one thing I've noticed, I don't know if I've got this wrong, but when you look at the electricity generated, it will include this and this, even though this and this are not available to people down here. And that caught me out the first time I played completely. So, yeah, I'm going to have to be aware of that, I think. Let's plonk this over here this time. We don't need any fresh water source because we've got one. We are going to need some roads, aren't we? So this is where... Why is that wonky? We'll deal with it later. So the less interceptions there are, the better. But because it's a 2-lane highway, I think we can get away with just doing right angles like this. And that's a nice little road there. And that will be our first street. See, totally different to our first design. So our first lot of homeowners will live here. So I'm thinking already, I'm looking at the available option here, and I'm thinking this block should be shops, but because we need it to be built here first, I'm going to do it that way. That's probably not ideal. Something like that could work. Something like that. So we've got a little bit of industry, a little bit of shopping, and I know that they're going to need houses over here. So we'll start just with that one. It's trying to link up the electricity using the buildings. That's going to be tricky. I've got 28,550 left. That's pretty darn good. That is pretty darn good, actually. What are we going to do in terms of industry? I think we'll have... So we'll have a double lane highway connecting this lot down here. Yeah, I'm quite liking the look of that at the moment. I'm not sure it's lined up straight, which is a massive frustration, I have to say. No, that's never straight, is it? It's all wonky. I'll have to sort this out at some point, but to start, just to get the ball rolling, we'll settle for these slightly wonky streets that I've built. So this is going to be the industry area. We'll expand the residents out this way and start removing this stuff once we've got ourselves established. Okay, let's unpause and see what I've forgotten. I know what I've forgotten. I've forgotten to put water down here to the residents. Again, keeping costs down is my primary concern. So the most cost-effective water pipe solution is going to be in place. Okay. So we've got electricity, we have water, we have sewage, and we're starting to get people, which is fantastic. I want to grow it quite slowly because I want to control where people build. I've noticed if you sort of fill in a complete area, they'll start building at the opposite end where there's no electricity. And that's just not good for business. Can I connect this road up without demolishing that building? No. Right, that's better. Should have done that in the first place, to be honest. Now, this guy here is telling me he's got no electricity, so that hasn't worked. And I'm guessing it's because space already occupied. I'm guessing it's because that shop building hasn't yet built itself, so we're not transferring electricity across. I'm not sure why that's still got no electricity though. Oh, because I'm just outside of it. How irritating. Alright, we'll use this. Right. Well, what happened to that house? Did I accidentally bulldoze it by putting that there? I did, didn't I? Told you, I'm a noob, I'm a noob, I'm a noob. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a tree log. Some sort of massive insect. Okay. We are growing nice and slowly. This is how we want to begin. Nice, calm, controlled. We've got 12,000 in the bank. We're losing 1,000 a week. So we've got 12 weeks to start making a profit. That's where we are. Demand is starting to increase for shops and the like. Let's pop a shop here. I think that might be more appealing to shop owners to be near the residents, because here is actually a terrible location, I've realised. No industry coming in yet. Give it time, give it time. So nobody's building here, which is a bit of a concern. Ah. Is that a building coming up? No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good, 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 good. Put a nice short spot there. Okay. We're expanding. We've got some industry coming up here. Now, I've looked at this map before, and I believe this area is really good for farming. So I'm looking forward to having that sorted out. I'd like this to be a farming industry more than anything. Right, let's check these junctions. So, yeah, that all looks good to me, actually. I think I'll put a stop. What am I doing here? Junctions.
The lush vegetation of the time. Their mere existence transformed the landscape and made a lasting impact on our world.
That looks good to me.
Legacy that Dino Oil is proud to continue by using their eons-old dead bone goop to fuel your 5-door wagon.
Nice. So there's only one way into this residential area at the moment, but that's okay because that will help keep traffic under control. So large demand for industry, it says, but I'm not seeing. Oh, there we go. There's a bit coming in. It'd be cool if I could get one this side. They should still be connected via the electricity. One hopes. Starting to get some vehicles driving around.
No matter what our critics say, at Colossal we care about our employees as well as our customers.
First shop coming in.
We work so hard to get our miners back in the mines where they feel at home. Together we can
I think we'll put another one there because demand is fairly high. Industry's coming in. That's good. Good, good, good. And we're making a loss of 861, so it's not perfect yet. But it's gradually getting there. Oh, water. We don't have any water. Let me check. You are correct. I apologise to you. A tiny bit missing there. Problem solved. Okay, this is why we build slowly, because little mistakes like that can cause big problems. How are we doing for water over here? That's completely covered, isn't it? Except for that tiny smidgen there, look. Fixed. Fixed it. Fixed it before it became a problem. All right. Okay. Now, in terms of traffic, I mean, we hardly have any at the moment, but you can see that that system is working really well. Everyone gets filtered and then fed where they need to be. This is our first street. And yeah, okay, you know, it needs some work. But I'd say that was looking pretty fine. That is not a bad street to live on right there. Close to work. Have we got two things on here? Looks like we do. That's brilliant. Okay, we're going to go with that. How are we doing in terms of electricity? We're absolutely fine, apparently. That's good to know. 455. So we're still making a loss, but we've halved that loss, which is a very good sign. Mix it up a bit. Again, like I say, I do want it to look nice. It can't just be functional. It has to look good. And to be fair, I mean, it's not going to look that good at the moment, but we're working on it slowly but surely. Okay, nice big house there. If we can do that, I don't know. That looks like ideal property location. Couple of little shops down here, maybe. Oh, there's not demand. There's no demand for shops at the moment. Just housing. That's okay. Couple of little houses there. Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there. Things are starting to happen. Had a tweet. What was the tweet? Oh wow, loads. I missed all these. Hello, this is Chirper. Yes, freshwater. Congratulations. First power. Green energy. I have a confession to make. I like to watch fires. Sorry, just watching. Fire department needs to be coming in soon then. New measures taken to save the rainforest. Plant a tree campaigns underway on popular websites. Good stuff. 202 people in our little town. We are halfway to completing this first episode. Alright. Alrighty then. That is good stuff. Try and mix up the houses a bit. Not entirely sure what I'm doing when I do this. Guesstimation and experimentation, I think, is the best way to describe it. I'd like that to be a shop. In fact, that whole area could be like a little parade of shops, couldn't it? I think that would look kind of cool. Wait for that one to build up. Roads now have names. Click on a name to open an information panel about the road in question. Click on a name. Well, I'm trying. Is that because it's outside of my city? Oh, there we go. 2-lane, one-way road, priority road. What does this mean? Adjust road. Okay. Toggle traffic routes view. Cool. I'm learning as I'm playing, guys. Learning as I'm playing. This is such a great game. Really impressive little game. It really is. Alright. Everything seems to be growing and expanding very nicely. Very nicely indeed. What are we going to do over here in terms of road shape? Yeah, I'm kind of feeling I want to come out an angle here. Like that. This road can continue. Oh, not enough money. Oh dear, we're into money problems. Okay then. We're making a loss of 138. We've only got 1,000 left. I'm looking for an apartment or house in the city. Anything will do. Let's make sure we got some water over here. Just had enough money for that. Wow. 532 left in the bank. Let's get some shops in here. Let's get some houses over here. Don't really want to put any houses on that area yet. That could be a house area, that's not a problem. Now, they're not getting electricity, and my nerves are racked. Why aren't they getting electricity? Okay, they are now. Perhaps this was just spinning a bit slower. Wind speed is 10, producing 8 milliwatts. I always think of Back to the Future when I say that. We need 8 milliwatts of electricity! I don't know what the term is. Can't remember the... Is it electricity again? Are we on the very edge of the amount? Yes, we're making a profit. Are we consuming more electricity than we're producing? I think that might be what's happening here. So we've got a little parade of shops here. This is quite compact. I don't like it being that compact. As we progress, it will become more picturesque and less townified. That's the plan, at least. No dividing walls between the residents, which is interesting. Traffic-wise, that seems to be working really well. Not sure why they're coming down here to then go this way instead of coming straight down there. Maybe... it's traffic lights. I don't know. I don't think we have any traffic problems at the moment. Everything's green, look at that. I love me grand thunderstorm, lightning flashes and thunder rumble, oh yeah, says Olivia Green. And Carol Green says, I'm looking for an apartment, anything will do. Okay, yeah. Electricity is starting to be a problem, but we don't have any cash yet to solve that problem. How much would it cost me to run a cable from here to here? Far more than I've got. Okay. 361, we're nearly there. Obviously we'll get a cash influx at that point when we hit the 400 mark. Hopefully we've got enough houses to hit that mark. Maybe we don't. Let's put some more little housing in. We only need like another 30 people. There's one house, 2, 3. We could be there, guys. We could be there without any serious issue. We're growing at 10 a week. We're making a profit. I think we've got it under control. No demand for industry, but massive demand for people, for housing, for residential areas. Just need to get this electricity problem sorted. I'm thinking maybe one more of these just to get us stabilised, and then we'll think about having a coal electricity power station, and then I don't know what after that, to be honest. We'll see. That's a nice apartment right there. That's a nice looking apartment right there. We've done it. Oops. Congratulations, a little hamlet. Reach a population of 400. Well done, me. We now have access to taxes. We now have access to loans. That's important for us. New services, garbage, healthcare, education. New buildings include landfill site, elementary school, medical clinic, recycling centre, and a community school. So we've actually got there, guys. We've actually managed to do it in under an hour. I think that's quite impressive. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for voting to watch this series. I hope I can make it interesting for you. The more I play it, the better I'm going to get at it, obviously. And once we're financially stable, we'll see how that goes. Once I'm financially stable, I'll start experimenting and doing some cool things and really focusing on certain areas rather than the expansion. But for now, at least, it's going to be about expanding and getting to a point where we've got enough money coming in that we can sustain expansion and experimentation. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the series. Once again, tips, advice, suggestions in the comments below. I'll read all of them. I can't guarantee I'll answer all of them, but I'll definitely read them all. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Goodbye for now.